The British Army's airborne divisions, proved by recent events to be equal to any in the world, are a new fighting arm of which the nation has every cause to be proud. Assembled here prior to a big-scale maneuver, airborne troops were inspected by their GOC. Long months of arduous training, plus the best quality and most suitable equipment the war factories can manufacture and experts devise, plus a tactical and strategic technique based on up-to-the-minute present war experience, have all gone to the making of a spearhead force fully worthy of the fine army behind it. The variety of equipment here inspected by General Gale, its weight, firepower, and novelty are a revelation to the layman. Yet it can all be carried by air. There's not an ounce too much, not an ounce too little. The portable radio is probably the best in the world for its weight. Once on the scene of battle operations, the troops are radio directed. And one of the objects of the present exercise, on which was used the new Piat mortar, was to make a thorough test of all kinds of equipment. This is a mortar bomb container for the 3-inch mortar. This is a sniper's rifle. Even the Jeep car, familiar object on every front where the United Nations fight, can be transported in the huge gliders we shall see later on. Indeed, airborne technique has greatly progressed since that day some years before the war, when the Red Army dropped parachutists in view of a critical audience of foreign military attachés. This is the 6-pounder anti-tank gun. His inspection completed, the General had a final word with the division. The men of this hand-picked arm are intelligent and are treated as men of intelligence by their commanders.
Officers and men, I have brought you here this morning in order to say a few words before you go into your first operation. You'll be leaving here shortly for a practice. I look to you to do as well in this practice and in the operation that follows it as you have in your training. For months past now, you have been working hard with one end in view, and all that time in the factories, men and women, probably brothers and sisters of yours, have been working equally hard. We are now going to put these months of work to the test. I would only remind you of the divisional motto: go to it.
On the sand table was a relief map of the island, complete in every detail, and detailed instructions were now given by the colonel to his company commanders and other officers.
This village here is our objective. You will see there are 2 roads that run through the village, one north and south, and the other east and west.
Already in camouflaged battle dress, the company commanders noted their instructions, the most important of which was to destroy the radio location center just beyond the village. In their mind's eye, these men will carry the details of the sand table and relate them to the landscape when they arrive on the scene. Any doubts they have are cleared up here and now.
Do you want me to push forward to that road running that direction, sir?
Yes. I want you, having captured this hill, to move down to that road there, and to join up, if possible, with a reconnaissance platoon at that road junction.
Yes, sir.
I want all the men to know exactly what's happening, so explain it to them on this model. That's all.
First on the scene are the paratroops. Their mission, to capture a landing ground for the gliders. If all airborne troops are the spearhead of the army, parachutists are the very point of the spear. They of necessity are first on the scene. Some of the chutes in that descending cluster hold the containers in which are packed the weapons the men will fight with, the ammunition and the paratroops' radio. paratroops being defenseless between leaving the troop carrier and getting hold of their guns, they lose not a split second once they reach the ground in opening the containers. Each man, and most of them are specialists, knows in which container are the things he wants. He may have to defend himself the moment he is armed. Obviously, it can't always be arranged to land paratroops out of range of the enemy. So in quick time, out comes the equipment. Out comes the Bren. Out come the rifles. Out come the mortars. Notice the businesslike bayonet on the Sten gun. In its specially designed wrapping, the radio stands up to the jar without injury. Each man is mentally concentrating on the particular job assigned to him, his special part in the plan we saw outlined on the sand table. If the paratroops fail, the operation is doomed at the start. For that reason, they have to be tip-top men. And the campaigns in Sicily and on the mainland have taught us that the word failure is unknown in your paratroopers' vocabulary. The cutest gadget of all is the miniature motorbike. Funny to look at, but built for the job.